Guys out.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Are you going to dominate the game?
Going to change towards Bustle. It's a double kill for Blizzard while Paddling is on the run. Signify on the cusp of gaining victory here. Going to try and get the bomb down. Much has no idea. Someone will find an ace. He's going to find a kill and get the second one as well.
हैदराबाद हमारा इलाके कोई भी नहीं आ सकता कोई जीत नहीं सकता
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
It should be a very, very comfortable round here. Never mind, we're brother. That's Mindbuster. That's just a Mac 10. Sorry, that's a UMP. He can actually inflict a bit of damage as a full eco. And if he gets one more kill, that's money in the bank. And he gets another kill from the very same position. Another one for Beerbot. Red, this 1v5 to a 1v2. This is extremely expensive. I don't believe it. I just do not believe it. He gets the ace. He gets the ace.
Shin-chan, oh what a flick! Shin-chan snaps on it.
I don't even. Spider-Man play with the P250. He gets another kill. He picks up the AK-47. A bomb is dropped. It's all in Beard Butler again. 16 points fell for Kappa.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the second day of the live stream of the ESL Inter Premiership 2017. Winter season's going on. Final session's already begun, and all of this has been brought to you by Omen, by HP, Intel, HyperX, and Zawi by BenQ, and organized by Northern Gaming. Now let's quickly get on with getting on with the first game at hand here. We have Clash Royale in the offing between Jimit Bhatt and Sushil Abhi. So let's quickly know a little bit about these two players first. Now, Jimit from Bombay started his journey in the ESL 2017 summer season from the Clash Royale Challenger League. Got promoted higher up because of his stellar performances. Went on to dominate the remnant of the summer season. And he enjoyed a mixed campaign but qualified, and also qualified, let me add, he qualified for the Hyderabad season finale. He made it to the semi-finals but was knocked out by Arpan, who literally knocked him out and he had to finish up with the third position in hand. Now, in October, he failed to make an impression as he's managed to win only 3 of his 7 games and was placed 6th in the process. His form has deteriorated further in the November phase as the player has finished 8th. However, he protected his Master League spot by reigning supreme in the promotion relegation phase. Now, Sushil Abhi, his opposition, he's from Delhi, is currently one of the top players in the league. He entered the ESL Inter Premiership 2017 through the July phase Starter Cup, went on to dominate the ensuing Challenger League, and it was not long before the player qualified for the Master League and went on to attend the fall season finale in Hyderabad. However, the player could not translate his online presence at the LAN event and managed to reach the quarterfinals. Entering the winter season, the player has managed to post a 2nd place finish in the October phase, but he's dropped down to the 5th position in the November phase. So will the tides change this time around? We'll get to know that soon.
I'm mad, don't you? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership's daily stream. This is day 2 of the last season of the last session. Whatever. At the end of this, there is a LAN finale in Delhi, to which all of you should come. And today we're going to watch a match between Jimit and Abhi. Jimit Bhatt and Sushil Abhi Shah. Finally, we're putting his last name on the stream as well. Up until now, he was just Sushil Abhi. And looks like Abhi's playing a poison deck with a hog and a Mega Knight and an Inferno Dragon. That's pretty interesting. And Jimit's also playing a poison deck. I'm guessing it's a poison graveyard with a P.E.K.K.A. With the P.E.K.K.A, yeah. Okay, so first hog from Abhi manages to reach the tower and bring it down to 1678 HP. And yeah. This Night Witch slowly making her way across the battlefield. Gets destroyed by enemy bats. Maybe we should start calling her Bat Girl instead of Night Witch. Keeps producing bats, birthing them out of thin air. Yeah. Bad joke, I know. Okay, again, so these first few fights are basically going nowhere. Abhi's hog reaches the tower and manages to do a ton of damage on it, and then Jimit just comes back with this insane graveyard, which basically brings the tower down from full to 800 HP. P.E.K.K.A here on the left will completely stop the Mega Knight in his tracks, and because he used that P.E.K.K.A, he doesn't have any elixir left to make any other play just to defend that hog, and the hog brings the tower down even more. This Inferno Dragon on the left finishes off what's left of the P.E.K.K.A. Mega Minion will not be able to reach the tower thanks to the bats, gets distracted by one, kills it and then dies in the process. 622 HP left on Jimit's tower and 879 on Abhi's. In the last minute, double elixir. Let's see what happens. Okay, again, there's nothing challenging this hog on the right, and it's going to destroy this tower thanks to that. And graveyard poison coming out. Sorry, just a graveyard coming up from Jimit. The poison is from Abhi, a defensive poison, but it's not that useful. Brings the tower down to 120 HP, which is basically just dead. All you need to do is huff and puff and blow on it. Abhi keeps bleeding one elixir every like 10 seconds. I don't know why he thinks that's a good idea, because he keeps doing it, but I think he thinks it's a good idea. 5 seconds left, and we are going to enter overtime. 1780 HP on Abhi and 2394 on Jimit. While Jimit's own King Tower is at its 2/3 point. Sometimes, and I think I can speak for most Clash casters here, it just feels to have a little bit of variety. I understand that there is a meta game and some decks are powerful and everything, but come on, man, you guys are supposed to be the masters, the best in India. Where is the variety? Where is the R&D? It's just not there. Okay, graveyard poison coming out from Jimit, and a defensive poison coming out from Abhi as well. Manages to destroy the skeletons as soon as they spawn, but that doesn't stop Jimit's own poison from damaging the tower, bringing it down to 1146. 2 minutes left on overtime. This will probably end in a victory. That's too much time for a draw. It's just too much time. See, this is the issue with these heavy unit decks. Like, as soon as you place one, for the next 10 seconds or so, there's not much action going on, because you place it behind your lines. Okay. Another Mega Knight coming up from Abhi, and it's shaping up to be a huge push. I see 2 Mega Knights coming out from Abhi. We're gonna tank the P.E.K.K.A for a bit until the Inferno Dragon finishes it off. But unfortunately, they do fall. Both of them fall to the P.E.K.K.A. But over here on the left, we see a hog come out. Surprise! Leaps off onto the tower and destroys it. The first game goes in Abhi's favor, bringing the score to 1-0. Jimit's not looking so hot, man. He didn't perform all that well in the last session, and yesterday as well, and now it just keeps going downhill. So it looks like production does not want to wait even just 30 seconds. Maybe try to get some narrative out of me, but no, he just wants to play the next game, and that's what we'll do because it's too late to take any other decision. So I apologize if I sound dead, but these games are just not that exciting. There, I said it. Okay. These players, these masters, ESL India Premiership, Clash Royale Masters players are my friends, but I'm gonna say it. Come on, let's see some variety. See, that's what I mean. We're a minute into the game. Both players have played about 10 cards each, and there is practically no HP change on the towers. Both the bars are basically at what they were before all the fighting broke out. Let's see if Jimit's balloon can change that. Ooh, that Tesla coil was just too far distracted. Oof, that was a very bad misplacement from Abhi coming out, and his tower has suffered for it. Brought itself down to 936 HP. Thanks to one attack from the balloon and then the suicide bomb coming in. And yeah, 10 seconds left for overtime. Sorry, for the last minute of double elixir. Graveyard poison coming out from Abhi. It is going to do some damage to the tower, but not as much as he hoped, thanks to Jimit putting down the Mega Knight, whose splash damage really just destroys all the skeletons that are coming out. So 936 HP left onto the tower on the left. Maybe Jimit is going to wait a few seconds and drop down a balloon, and yes, he does. So now we have some strong pushes going on either side. These minions are just coming out. Will they die to the tower, the poison, I wonder? No, they don't, but they do suffer enough damage for Abhi's tower to kill them off in one shot each. And we go right back to square one. Another balloon coming out from Jimit. Is it going to get distracted by the Tesla coil? No, it doesn't. And yeah, thanks to again misplaced Tesla coil right there, Jimit wins this one. Wow. So Jimit won a game because Sushil made the same mistake twice in a row in the same match. Okay, I can live with that. But anyway, let's just go into game number 3, man. Let's get this over with. Okay, so this might turn out to be a little interesting. Abhi is playing what I assume to be a 3 Musketeer deck, with a Miner and an Ice Golem to soak up some damage. And Jimit, realizing that Abhi has just played his Elixir character, has put down an Ice Golem and a Graveyard, and they have proceeded to do some decent amount of damage. But of course, Abhi's Elixir collector is left unchallenged. Jimit should have waited and used the poison as well to bring down both the tower and the collector, but hindsight is 2020, and now he uses it. Why? See, Abhi just put down his second Elixir character. Now this poison, all it did was chip damage. And sure, Abhi has lost quite a bit of HP off his star, but look at the Elixir lead he's generating. He's evenly matched, and then he has an Elixir character. I think now we're going to see some 3 Musketeers coming out pretty soon. 3 Musketeers and a Ram push. Dude, what is the point of building all this Elixir if you're just going to bleed it away? Abhi, come on. Make a move. Okay, another graveyard poison coming out from Jimit, I'm assuming. He's just waiting for another set of cards to be played by Abhi before deploying his poison, I'm assuming. No, he chooses to use the arrows. Okay, good choice. Good choice. Brings Abhi's star down to 154. That's pretty good. So Jimit's own towers are one is practically at full, but now it's taking a beating from that surprisingly tough push on the right. And now over here on the left, we see a ram making contact, and Jimit has no elixir to do anything. He could not save that tower at all. Like there was no play, there was no elixir, nothing he could do. And suddenly we find him on the receiving edge. On the receiving edge of all this damage. So sure, Abhi's tower is going to go down thanks to the poison, but Jimit's tower is at 808 HP, and that's really not too much damage to think of at this point. 30 seconds left. I think Abhi might actually clinch this one as well, thanks to him outcycling and out elixiring Jimit. 616 HP, 552. Okay, so the P.E.K.K.A. is managing to defend the tower for now, but 10 seconds left. We are going to overtime, and I think Abhi's poisons are going to get it. He's going to use the Three Musketeers as defensively as possible. He's going to use the minion horde to stop the pushes. Looks like, yep, he's successfully stopped the push, and now it's time for him to start his counter push and destroy this tower here on the right. 552 HP, Golem starts tanking for him and then instantly dies, but the miner does catch up, whacks the tower a couple of times with his shovel, which in reality should do no damage, but this is a game, so we're just going to assume that that shovel did some huge structural damage, bringing the tower to its deathbed. 424 HP left. If the ram makes contact, that's the end of the story right now, but Jimit does manage to stop it. Lone Musketeer here on the left, braving all the damage from the King Tower to keep chunking it, bringing it down to 556 HP. Okay, aggressive Three Musketeer play. So that one move I think made the game for Abhi right there, and yeah, that little move just got my heart rate up for about half a second, and then instantly down because it was GG as soon as he did it. Okay, 2-1 in favor of Sushil right now. And before we head on into the next game, I just want to take a moment of your time to mention our sponsors: Omen by HP, Zoe by BenQ, HyperX, and Intel. Of course, all of this is brought to you by Nordman Gaming. That's us. I just wanted to say this before because the next game might actually be the last game, since Sushil is already 2-1 up, and it's a best of 5. And production, let's see if the next game is the last game. Look at that. Synchronization. Of course, these are replays to it, so it's pretty easy to do that. Okay, so Abhi has changed his deck quite a bit, and now Jimit has opted to use the Three Musketeers now with a bandit instead of a ram, I'm assuming. And let's see if that works out for him. First princess down, and she's going to get logged, I'm assuming. Yes, she will. Tiny little princess gets murdered by a tree trunk that got drenched in a rage potion and now has developed AI and is now going on a murderous rampage. That wasn't a joke, that is the actual lore behind the card. A tree trunk that got drenched in a rage potion, developed a mind of its own, and started murdering people. That is the actual lore behind the log. Okay, so thanks to Jimit putting down his elixir collector, Abhi has taken advantage of it and brought his tower down on the left to 1358. But then again, the only thing Abhi has to challenge he has actually 3 different things, but the only effective one is the rocket, a 6 elixir rocket for a 6 elixir character. And if he places it well, he'll get more value out of it. But it's a little too late for that. just a little too early for that because Jimit has just placed his second elixir collector down as well, and it's only 20 seconds until double elixir. And yeah, 3 Musketeer decks get insanely strong in the last minute of the game. But first he has to make sure that he doesn't lose this tower here on the left because it's almost dead. Okay, so we see the rocket coming out, bringing down the elixir collector and the tower, but unfortunately he missed the musketeers. That's a pretty dangerous thing. Ooh, even the log is misplayed. Wow. So yeah, that princess manages to survive, stops the push over there on the right, but might actually get killed by the bandit. Does she? No, she doesn't. That well-placed barrel of goblins right there managed to protect the princess. But Jimit has already rotated again to his log and is going to let go of it soon, maybe. Yes, he does. So he opts to use it over there on the left where the princess is coming with along with the ice spirit. And again, those 3 musketeers get murdered by a rocket. Good elixir trade there. 6 elixir rocket for a 9 elixir card. It's very, very elixir positive towards Abhi. Ooh, okay. So there we go. Abhi just waits until overtime to make sure Jimit didn't play any dirty tricks and just uses his rocket to finish off what was left of Jimit's star and wins today, actually. So congratulations, Sushil. 3-1 in favor of you for today. And let's see, we have 10 more minutes until the next game. But you know what? Nah, I'm not going to sell out that much. I see Fed sitting there behind me, giving me that look of, sure you will, sure you'll sell out. And he's right, I will sell out. Before I close off, before I hand the mic over to him for the CSGO game, I just want to, again, thank the sponsors who actually allow me to do that. Because, you know, without Omen by HP, without HyperX, without Zoe, without Intel, there wouldn't be an ESL India Premiership. And, of course, Nodwin Gaming. Without us, there wouldn't be many esports in India at all, actually. Any esports in India at all, actually. So, yeah, that's one horn I feel proud touting. And yeah, I guess that's it. Congratulations, Sushil. This has been the ESL India Premiership's Clash Royale game. I'm Manoj Supergola casting for you. And now I'm going to hand you guys back to Vagish, our host for now. And he'll tell you about all that's coming up next today. So, bye-bye.
Alright, it definitely seems like as if it is Sushil Abhi's day indeed. He's gone ahead, defeated Jimit. But we'll take a quick break here. On the other side, we have more games lined up. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right about back. Back again with the action here, only and only on the ESL India Premiership 2017 Winter Season Final Session, brought to you by Omen, by HP, HyperX, Zawi, BenQ and Intel, and organized by Nodvin Gaming, the lovely folks there. Now, for those who are wondering who this chap is, my name is Vagish Gotslebhan, I'm your host, and right now we have a Counter-Strike Global Offensive game in the offing. We have GO.JMD Gaming versus Semperx. Let's quickly get to know both these teams first. Alright, starting off with GO.JMD, Kolkata-based team, pretty proficient when it comes to regional tournaments. They really like cobblestone on top of that. In fact, the team has been part of the ESL India Premiership from the summer season, and when they entered the winter season, they acquired the services of Sabyasachi Antidote Bose, and with them, the team has really upped their game. In fact, their opposition, Semperx, is one of those few teams which happen to play cobblestone, unlike the rest of the counterparts who would rather go to cash and nuke. Well, like I said, Bombay team, based out of Bombay, like I said, they were the top teams in the Indian CSGO circuit. They managed to register pretty strong performances in the fall season transfer window. They brought on board Manan and Mithil, and they managed to find form as they have pretty much got the knack of how the competition is in the Masters League against them. So let's see if it's going to be a GO.JMD win or a Semperx win. We'll get to know soon.
Gentlemen, welcome back, one and all. It's a Saturday evening. You know how Saturdays are. You're probably recovering from the hangover which you suffered due to your actions last night. It's that time of the day where you're recovering a bit, you want to get something done, but then you're a little too lazy. And you know when you're in that stage, you know what's the best thing to do? It's the best thing to watch some Counter-Strike, which is exactly what we're going to be watching now. It's going to be Semperx facing off against GO.JMD Gaming. It's going to be Antidote. Peering towards long. Shoulder peeking out with a knife in hand, trying to find something, and for Semperx is a very passive hold. Proud walking all the way in, gets caught up by Kappa, and this is interesting when Semperx almost feels like an anti-strat, where they're waiting and holding the line, waiting for an aggression from JMD, and Impale dancing around. He finds Antidote. That's a problem for JMD. But Deathmaker finds Impale floating around, taps to the head, gets the frag. But this defense is looking very flimsy indeed. The rotation is going to come into T's. I'm falling back towards B. When McGilt is waiting, he's got a lot of angles to check, and Munnan hasn't pushed out quite yet. The two players making the way over drop as they come charging in towards drop. Three players, in fact. McGill is going to spot out one beautiful tap there. And now here they come charging in towards A, but Hellfight is holding the line. USB in hand, they need to cross on over. He's going to tap away. Won't be able to get the kill. This poker ref will find him. And it's all on Deathmaker. Needs to stay alive and do better. Actually get a kill. He finds one, finds another one. He's looking for more. He's done so much work here. Tapping away, runs out of bullets, has to go for the reload. Poker ref is going to get the kill. And now it's all on McGill in a 1v1. Bomb yet to be planted. He's got to pick it up first. He has no idea what McGilt is going to be coming in from, but Deathmaker, and so much work here to make it possible for his team. As Pokeref, he's picked up the bomb, he's going to go for the plant, going for the safe plant. It's going to allow McGill an opportunity to make his way towards APC and snipe down Pokeref. Pokeref might not be expecting McGill, who's peeked in pretty deep, spots him out, does a bit of damage, and Pokeref needs to land a headshot here, but he will not land the shots. McGill will survive on 100 HP, and that round was all on Deathmaker. What a beautiful round. Getting 3 kills, 3 such crucial kills. And from a 3v5, somehow turning it to a 1v1 as JMD Gaming. They win a pistol round, to be honest, which they really shouldn't have won, if you ask me. (1-0) for JMD. Semperx have... Okay, that is surprising indeed. They've gone for the forced buy. The AK drop coming in from Pokeref, dropping it towards Munnan. The rest of them, Deals and Armor. We have a UMP in the hands of Mythal. So they've gone for the forced buy to try and catch T's off guard. Good workout, because there are three SMGs here in the hands of the CT, sorry. The JMD Gaming have a couple of MP9s, they have a UMP as well in the hands of Hellfighter. They're expecting a full eco, and you would, right? Like, Semperx, they got the bomb down, they got 4 kills. You'd expect them to play the safe and try and, you know, just go for a safe round and then try and go for the AK armor buy the next round, the 3rd round. But this buy could catch someone off guard. Could catch JMD Gaming off guard. It all depends on what Munnan does with this AK-47 of his. Kappa, in the meantime, wrathing off shots with a deagle. Not quite able to spot anyone out. As McGill is feeling hungry. Got the M4 out. In the meantime, Brad has taken some damage. He's going to be forced back in McGill's. Floating around. As a play is going to be coming in, but still playing towards KFC. They haven't spotted him out. It's Deathmaker, and he's in a great spot here to hunt some people down. And he is going to not win the duel. He whiffs a spray, and in the chaos, everyone else falls. Pokeref finds one, Metal finds one, and they're just getting mowed down. Impale picks up Antidote, and it's all on McGill's, and there's not... there's no way. There's not a snowflake's chance in hell for him to pull this one off. It's a 1v5. The site has been compromised. They got the bomb down. And that is a round pretty much done and dusted. As Semperx make the force buy work. And they might very well keep all 5 players alive as well. This is good stuff. This is good stuff from Semperx. Mythal will be spotted out. That's the... MP9 taken out of his hands. McGill is getting hunted though. Timing is great, but Kappa will still find the kill with the deagle. And that is going to be the round. They take away 2 M4s from that round. That's a huge round. Along with the AK, of course, and the UMP, which you brought up. And they keep 4 players alive. That's a huge round for Semperx. And JMD Gaming have gone for a force buy of their own. Now, will that work out? Will that pan out? Is a question on everyone's lips. Kappa. Tossing in a bunch of utility. Smoke primed and ready. He's waiting. He's got his teammate. Double his crossbar. Deathmaker has been spotted out. Nice flashbang. Kappa charging in. He knows where Deathmaker is. Spots out a second player. Ball on top is going to force out Deathmaker from his position as Manan finds him. Kappa in the meantime strikes and finds Hellfighter as well. Kappa standing above looking to find more. Spots out Proud. Runs out of bullets. Deagle comes out. But Mitchell is going to be the one to take him down. Antidote though finds a kill in return. But that's all he'll find as we do have a player who has lagged out. Pokeref has lagged out. That's unfortunate. So we should be seeing a pause getting called. But the round is gonna go the way of Semperx. Middle surviving on 1 HP. Cap and Impale as well. So they will survive. Mitchell can actually go for the AK pickup. But I'm not too sure where Kappa timed out. Did they time out towards T-spawn or... I'm not too sure. Now Pokeref has joined back into the server. So Semperx, they're going to be 2-1 up. That force by not quite panning out for GMD Gaming. And Semperx getting the lead. Just one round, still early days. Still a lot of rounds to be played here. Here we go. JMD have the UMP saved. That's about it. It should be a throwaway round. And Semperx, they know this. They got a couple of Mac 10s purchased on Manan and Pokeref. One's going to be charging into its mid. Not wasting any time. As McGill's does find Pokeref though. But that's a bomb site. Just might be dissected. Antidote's going to be alone. He's going to try and be sneaky, but Impale's going to find him. And that's pretty much a round done and dusted. Unless McGill's does something truly incredible. And he will not do it. The double peek comes out and they're getting slaughtered here. As Kappa finds himself a neat little double. And Deathmaker's going to be left alone in a 1v4. Round should be done and dusted here. And Semperx, they should get a 3-1. A pretty solid start considering. Ouch, that nade must really hurt. But yeah, considering that Semperx where they lost a pistol round, this is a pretty good comeback. They would have taken a pistol round as well, unless for a huge round coming in from Deathmaker, who I doubt he'll be able to do much here. Comes around the corner, pre-firing, and that's going to be the round. 3-1 for Semperx, as GMD Gaming will now finally go for the bye. Glass cannon for Antidote, not too surprised there. Glass cannon is it's a pretty risky buy. I mean, no utility, no pistols, no armor, no kit, nothing. Just the AWP and the aim punch. Yes, they have nerfed the aim punch down a bit, but it is still, it can still be a problem. A faster play coming out from the T's. Here they come charging out a quick wall of smoke. As Impale is going to be leading the way. Deathmaker holding it across the line. And Impale spots on the head. He goes to the spray battle and he's going to completely whiff it. Deathmaker survives and he gets the kill. But a trade comes in. Mythil with 2 quick kills back to back. Looking for more. Finds 3. And just like that, things have turned around. And Proud will fall as well to Manan. And that's around once again done and dusted. 4-1 for Semperx. As McGill's he's going to be frustrated now. I think this is like the 3rd time he's had to go for the save, or the 4th time, I forget, but it's gonna be a little frustrated at the moment. For Semperx, here's the thing, the money is starting to look extremely good. It's going to be over 10k for Mitchell and Kappa. Manan's going to have around $7,000 approximately. There we go. 13k for Impale. Pokeref sort of $4,000, but honestly that doesn't really matter considering he can be dropped by any one of his teammates. So, get another eco round for JMD. They do have McGill once more with the M4. He has a bit of utility as well. We'll be trying to make something happen. I mean, they have gone for the stack. Towards a slope. But Pokeref with the Mac 10, he finds McGill. That should not happen. He's picked up an M4 as well. Proud, making contact. The B bomb site is completely empty, and they know this now. Impaled's clearing out the angles. They know it's an A stack. The bomb's going to be making its way, and Pokeref is going to be like, maybe, give me them kills, give me them eco frags. As Proud does find a kill in the middle, but it's barely alive. Picks up an AK-47. No Munnen's there to trade him, and now Pokeref on the hunt. He will just find one. That's Deathmaker and Hellfighter. Well, Deathmaker rather, picking up a kill. He's picked up an M4. But right now, they need to do more than picking up M4s. They need to start winning some rounds. Munnen's going to get a kill. He's looking for the second one. Looking the wrong way, but it still recovers. And he kills Hellfighter. That was a round for his for the taking for... Sorry, there was a kill for the taking for Hellfighter, but he completely whiffs it. And it's going to be 5 rounds with Semperx. However, JMD will be able to go for the buy now. Better buy. And now they have the dual op setup. The dual op setup. Antidote and Deathmaker. Hellfighter yet to get off the mark. He's on 006. Here we go. One tossing in a nade. Deathmaker playing from the pillar, the statue on the side. An antidote towards A. He's gonna make contact. Ooh, misses the shot. Spots out 2 people. He's not able to land his shots quite. Here, he needs to land a shot. He needs to get at least one kill. Maldo's pouring in, forcing him out. He's gonna jump on down to his balcony. Finally finds Munnen and takes his head off. There's a bomb dropped as well. Impaled in the meantime, doing a bit of damage, taking a lot of damage in fact. And the flames right in front of Antidote. That's not gonna find him though. He's still holding the line. Finds Kappa as well. Now Metal and Pokeref have a lot of work to do. And it's gonna be Antidote. It's gonna fall to Metal F. 2v3. Proud, barely alive, internally hemorrhaging on 2 points of health, but he's floating around here, being very sneaky, but Pokeref finds him. Bomb yet to get planted. They still have time, but the problem now is they need to cross on over, and they don't have a smoke to cross on over. Gonna go for the boost. Hellfighter is ready and waiting for him. Spots out the barrel of the gun, but he takes taken down. And now it's on Deathmaker with the AWP in hand. He finds Mittel. What was Mittel even doing there? I'm not too sure. He gets taken down. It's a 1v1. Pokeref versus Deathmaker, and Pokeref, he's got to pick up the bomb. He's got him deep flash. Won't really do any damage to, won't really affect Deathmaker. Switch over to the AWP. Thought I was going to go for the pistol there. P50 comes out again. Pokeref taps the bomb once. Doesn't spot out anyone. He's going to have his ticket now. 10 seconds on the clock. He's going to stick it. Deathmaker, that's his cue to walk out. He's going to be spotted out, though, and Pokeref, he knows exactly where he is. There's an AWP in the hands of Deathmaker. Pokeref, all he has to do is just play on the side. Play the time. Deathmaker, he needs to land these shots. He's got a P250 out. He doesn't know that Pokeref is 100 HP. Let's just over to the AK-47. That's very smart. Molotov as well, and that's going to force Deathmaker to come out from above at Pokeref. What a shot! Rips his head clean off his shoulders. 6-1 for Semperx. Everything is going the way. All the clutches, everything. And now, GO.JMD Gaming, well, it's back to ecoing days again. It is max loss bonus, but they've lost 6 rounds in a row, but they still need to eco here. That's a problem with CD side, CD economy. You can't really have a good buy with $4,000. You need to go for that, or $3,400. You know, you need to go for a pistol armor buy, then have what, 6k to go for the buy, but they're not able to convert it, and Semperx have built up so much economy. 6-1 as well is a huge lead. Perhaps spots up Proud. We'll have no trouble dispatching him. You know, it's a pistol armor buy from GO.JMD, so not looking to give anything here. As Munnen finds Antidote as well. Deagle in the hands of Deathmaker, looking to find something. Players are making their way here. He's going to be forced to give up his position. He's trapped. A Molotov in his position could make things interesting. Nade sails in. That is so very low, but Hellfighter gets 1 kill. He's looking for more. I don't know how Deathmaker's still alive here, as Kappa's going to come hunting him down. One player stays alive. McGill's in a 1v4. 5-7 in hand. He's trying to take the fight, but Munnen will end him, put him out of his misery. 7-1 for Semperx, as GO.JMD will go for yet another buy, but things are looking pretty dire indeed for Antidote and his men. We see Antidote, Kappa, Nate, sailing in. I won't find Antidote though. He's gonna find a killer in Pokeref. That's a tell for them to go for a faster play as Manan has made his way in. What a shot! What was that from Antidote? He finds Manan in the smoke, just spotted him out for a fraction of a second, and blinded or not, he still gets a kill. That's insane from Antidote. And he finds another one, picks up a 4K, and that's Antidote waking up, making his presence felt. He's looking for the ace, and it's going to be Kappa who will fall as well. Antidote just going off the ace. What a way for GMD to win their second round here. That was some flashy opping coming out from Antidote. Some flashy AWP action coming out from Antidote. Picking up the ace and shutting down Semperx. However, the scoreline is still 7-2, and Semperx have more than sufficient money to go for whatever buy they want. They're going to be avoiding A for the time being. Faster play coming out here as Proud will fall, as Pokeref not able to get more than one. Trades coming in thick and fast, but the trades will go the favor. The side of JMD Gaming. Hellfighter still trying to keep them at bay. He's trying to find something, gets a kill in the middle. Actually, it's going to be Detonator doing a lot of work. Kappa is going to be left alone. He finds one, looking for the second kill, which he will with the Glock. Now it's a 1v2, off in hand against Antidote and McGills. He's going to switch on over to the M4. Kappa faking out a drop. McGills is there, he knows. And it's a fake. I'm playing it safe. Kappa. In a 1v2, in a scenario like this, when his health's down to 34, I would assume he would go for the AWP. Nate's gonna sail in. Still got time. Kappa. 33 seconds. Antidote holding a tight line. Just waiting for him to cross on over. It's Kappa. There's a ballsy play from him. He walked in deep. McGills will, however, win the duel. And that is going to be 3 rounds for JMD Gaming. They stringed a couple of rounds together, but bear in mind, 3 players died that round. Meaning, they'll have to go for the, they'll have to buy up. And they're going to see the money. Again, it's still not that healthy. They are still in danger of getting reset. The 6K on McGill's, it's 4,400 on Antidote, so that's something going for them. And 2,200 on Proud. It means, yeah, they can go for another vibe to lose this round, but they are still in danger of getting reset if they, like, you know, if Semperx strings a couple of rounds together. JMD Gaming is showing some signs of life. Impale finding McGills. It's a problem because Manan got a kill as well. Impale walking up. Not sure if he heard Hellfighter dropping down to its balcony. He's out with the option to find something when Mythil is ready and waiting. Plucks his head off. And now Impale. How sneaky can he get? Meanwhile, Deathmaker is going to get pressurized here. Hellfighter. Impale knows exactly where he is. He's waiting to hunt him down, spots him down, gets the kill. Impale floating around for so very long. They get the kill. And more importantly, for JMD Gaming, the money is not that great. It's not that great at all. Will they force it up, or will they just go for some pistols and armor and maybe go for the buy in the 13th round? Or, yep, the force is going to come in. Not too surprised, to be honest. Antidote with the op and armor. Antidote with the op towards A. Let's boost up my guild towards Juliet. In the meantime, kind of aggressive holds. Just one player towards drop that is proud. Play, by the looks of it, is they're gathering up for a B hit. A Hellfighter. Let's make her. They have it. Crossfire set up. A minute on the clock. And here comes a Molotov pushing out Hellfighter. The CTs don't really have that much utility to work with. They've expended pretty much all they have. That Maker is going to be the last player alive for the CTs with a nade, but he's going to do better. He's going to get the kill. Onto middle. Remaining T's come barreling out into the side. Hellfighter, one of the line these FAMASas have got to go to work, and here comes the peak. Hellfighter finds one Impale with a quick trade, but trades are raining in thick and fast. Netmaker finds Poker as well. That is huge from him. Munnen's going to be left alone, and he's getting riddled down through the smoke. My Netmaker is proud, picks up a kill. The force wipe works out for JMD as they get to 4 rounds. Semperx, though, they still have money. They still have money for a buy. Boost comes in real quickly. There's Antidote. Looking for the fight. Unfortunately for him, there's no one to find. It's once again Semperx favoring the B bomb site early on. Looking to exert some influence, some control. Kappa. Spot out Hellfighter. I like this aggression from him. He catches him off guard, and now he's looking for more, but Pokeref will get the trade. But trades raining in for the CTs as well. Impale's going to find Antidote. This is pretty much a trade game coming in here. 3v2 though, as the advantage is with the T's, but they've lost the bomb. As they will be boosting up Mythal to get the flank in. That Maker gets spotted out. This is not going to be easy. They're going to go for a double bull. Okay, that is interesting. Impale and Mythal, both making their way. Nate's going to sail in. That's going to take a chunk out of Mythal. Munnen as well. Munnen needs to go for a play here, but Mythal's going to find that Maker is looking for more. Proud's going to take him down, and now it's a 1v1 Munnen versus Proud. Bomb drop right in front of him. Right in front of his eyes. 22 seconds. Munnen's waiting patiently. Gets a tag in. Proud's got the advantage position-wise. It's a headshot, and it's going to walk on out, and Munnen's going to get spotted out, but Munnen wins the duel. 9-4 for Semperx. What was that round? That was a ridiculous round, but more crucially, penultimate round, and the money just might have been broken for JMD. They might have to go for an eco here. You see the pistols coming out for the CTs, and then Nate is going to be perfect from Poker if he finds a kill, and this should be just by the numbers for Semperx. It's nothing too crazy. Let's see, McGill's finding Kappa. Poker F strikes him Proud. So it should be pretty much yeah, done and dusted run. Antidote's going to be the last player left alive with a Deagle. Not much you can do, to be very honest. No, just looking for to get an exit kill, and he has a very interesting display picture. It's NIP, but it's jagged around the corners, like as if someone's done it with the with Photoshop, or not with Photoshop, with paint. In the meantime, Deagle, 2 headshots from Mr. Antidote. Thank you very much. Any gun save right now is worth its weight in gold for JMD and their men. Poker F is going to come walking out. Antidote's managing to sneak his way inside. It's cheeky work from Antidote. He's going to be looking for the kill. No, he's not. He's going to save. He should be dropping that AK to Deathmaker. Or Proud. I'm not too sure. He's gone for the glass cannon. Proud is going to stick with the AK. No, he's going to drop it to Deathmaker. Yep, that made more sense. He's going to buy an M4 for himself. And here we go. Final round of the first half. Semperx with a massive lead, 10-4. Can JMD get the final round of this half is the question. Nope, not finding anyone. Being forced back. Proud, looking to find something. In the meantime, this is all about timing with Impale. Just walked out. There was no one looking in his direction. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. He snuck his way in and there's no one knows where he is. No one knows where he is. Antidote. Oh, the timing is just so abysmal. Impale just able to get 1 kill before it gets taken down, though, so it's still a 3v3. Got both those kills, but he kind of whiffed it, in my opinion. McGill should have been dead to rights. So now a 3v3 with Munn barely alive and 11 HP. What is Semperx going to do? They got control of drop. It's Mythlef. Mythlf. Or Mythl. So many ways to pronounce his name. Just came to drop. Deathmaker. Oh no! Hellfighter. Mythl not expecting Hellfighter to be there. Gets the kill. 10-5. Semperx. 10 rounds on the T side. Not too shabby for JMD, considering how dire it looked at one point. I think they're going to be pretty happy with 5 rounds. It was 7-1 at one point. So 10-5 ain't too shabby, considering how horrendous it looked at one point for JMD. So 10-5 scoreline, and now it is going to be Semperx's turn to be on the CT side. Pokeref getting the opening kill. Here they come charging in through the crossfire. Munn and Mythl, the team up together, but if play is coming in, they're going to cross on over, and it's going to be Kappa who's going to make contact and still gets the kill. He's tapping away. This man has no fear. As Munn and Mythl, they're ensuring they're not able to cross on over. Mythl getting hunted down by Antidote. He's trying to use his movements to be sneaky there, but he is not hitting his shots. Hellfighter is going to get the kill. Mythl finds the player. Hellfighter is going to be left alone in a 1v2. He is on 34 points of health. And Hellfighter make that 2 points of health has been whittled down by Mythl. And this is going to be very hard indeed for Hellfighter. He's going to get the bomb down. He's got to get these 2 kills. And both CTs are sitting pretty much on the C4. What a ridiculous round that was. Mythl will put Hellfighter to sleep. Full spy for JMD Gaming. Didn't get the bomb down, so Hellfighter with the UMP. CZ, Tech 9, Deagle. Semperx, well, they got for the rifle route. 3 FAMASs and 2 UMPs. No MP9s or MP7s. Looking to play this safe. They're expecting a full spy coming out from the T's. Deathmaker in the meantime, opening things up, getting the kill. It's a crucial kill as well. It's going to force Impale and Metal to play way back in the site. Impale trying to get some positioning advantage. Metal finds a kill. Proud trying to get the trade here, but he won't find the kill. Metal's going to find both of them in the meantime. Last two T's alive, handed on McGills. They got control of drop. They got control of pillar, of mid. But they need to make their way towards the site where Impale and Metal are ready and waiting. They don't have any flashbangs to pop their way out either. Not too sure where Impale would go for this play though. There's no need for it. 20 seconds. The T's have to be pushing in. They have to go for the play, not him. And JMD deciding to go towards B. The safer, smarter route. And Pokeref, he hears them. He hears them. Oh, but the bomb's planted not on his direction. In his direction, rather. He's trying to get hunted down, but he will find a kill. Antidote's going to be left alone. Tech9 in hand is going to find a lot of players. He finds one. He's looking for the second kill as well. The Tech9 going to work here. Finds both of them. Antidote. Caddy clutches one out. From a 1v3 to a 1v1 now. Spots out Pokeref. And Pokeref is going to go for the hunter. He's going to go for the kill, but Antidote, he's going to clutch it out. What a boss. What a 1v3 from him. And a round that looked lost there for JMD Gaming, somehow it gets turned around. I don't even... I just don't even... Full spy, gonna come out from Semperx. I do see a very, very slow approach coming out from JMD Gaming. Looking to get the opening pick. Mun gets spotted out. Should be careful. Sees it in hand. He's looking for a contact play. Antidote getting a kill in the meantime, but Kappa with a deagle of his, he is a dangerous player with a Desert Eagle. Finds one, he's looking for more. Proud's going to get the kill in the meantime, as he will be pressurizing this B bomb side. They don't have time, they got to commit to this. Their flashbang is good. It finds a kill, but it sees that it can do some work here, and it is going to be Kappa and Poker after teaming up together to get the kill. They're going to find both the kills. One player remains. Proud is going to be alone. With the AK-47, he spots out Kappa, and Kappa wouldn't be fitting. Gets a quad kill with a Desert Eagle. All the way from KFC. Chicken dinner indeed. 12-6 for Semperx as they give JMD a taste of their own medicine. Is gonna get glocked, and P250. There was just one P250 there, but Kappa is there to mop it up. He finds a kill. I'm not too sure why he's aggressing out here, and it's gonna be time together. Metal, Kappa destroying whatever play they had over at drop. Spoker after doing a smart thing, falling back. There's no need whatsoever to give away this two-man advantage. His Kappa's kind of low as well, so Poker just needs to play this smart, play it safe. Impale will do more. He's going to get the kill as Impale finding both the frags. Sneaking in from behind. 13-6 for Semperx as JMD Gaming getting wrecked. Well, it was a full eco round. And we're going to be seeing a double eco. That's how badly the money got destroyed. Munnin opening things up. There's Impale. It's lying in wait. We're gonna be seeing a lot of action real quickly, but this time they have pistols and armor, so this is dangerous. Impale timing. Works out for him, he survives. Incendiary to keep the T's at bay, but Hellfighter's gonna get the kill. Deathmaker replies back, finds Metal, and now it's a 3v3. Unnecessary fight taking, in my opinion, from Metal there. His teammate got taken down, but yeah, well, you know. It happens. It does happen. That's Munnin. He doesn't need to show himself, they need to cross on over, and they don't have a smoke. The flashbang is good, but Poker F, he strikes, he finds both. It's all in Hellfighter now in a 1v2. He's got a UMP, he's got nothing to cross on over. This is not going to be easy for him. He's paranoid, there might be a player sneaking in from behind as well. That is Kappa, who's just holding fort here. Hasn't moved yet. I think he spotted out a Hellfighter. Not too sure. It's Hellfighter clearing out the angles. Time is not his friend. 22 seconds. He's got to go for a play here. The CTs, have they budged yet? Is the question. It's all about timing. Can Hellfighter cross on over? He just might have. Cross on over, clear the site, making a bit of noise. He's got to get the bomb down. Poker and Kappa. Wait, what? Do they... What? What? Oh my word. Oh my god. Like... How did you... How do you think that's me? But alright. Hellfighter will, however, not find more. He gets taken down. And they have a kit as well. Kappa already sticking it. He's gonna get off the bomb. Poker F. Coming out of war, but he's gonna get in the nick of time. 14-6. How did they not hear that? Plant. That's very intriguing. GOJMD Gaming finally calling for timeout. Because right now they're in the precipice of getting of losing this game. 14-6. So right time. Spy's gonna come in any case. Nades, flashes being tossed in. Poker F just lying in wait. Waiting. Spring loaded demon. Making contact here. He should be asking for a flashbang for it. Outside that maker. What a shot! What a shot! Now he knows it. He's there. Gonna join him. He does come in towards drop. McGills finds Metal. He's looking for the second kill, and they will indeed. Proud finds Munnin. I don't understand what happened there. 5v3 to now a 3v3 is GOJMD Gaming. They strike back towards drop. Both the players getting picked off at drop. Now it's anyone's round again. Impale will make his way towards behind APC, as he would be looking to play from on top of the hut here. So many angles to check. He's going to be playing way out in the open. Smoke's a giveaway. Impale's playing is very safe. Getting hunted down. And then pushing it. Impale misses a sitter. The no-scope doesn't work out as well. They need to cross on over. And oh, the barrel is poking out. Kappa finds a kill. Oh no. Anti. and he picks up out with the op. It's all in McGill's in a 1v2 now. Poker F will be spotted out. McGill's with the spray. He gets a frag, but Kappa could have got that frag. Flashback's going to pop out, and it's not going to really affect Kappa, who's made his way towards the site. He's going to tap it once. He's going to come charging in. He spots up McGill's. He's going to go in for the hunch, and McGill dancing around encircled, but he will get taken down by Kappa. But is there time remaining is the question. Is he will be able to stick it, but yeah, quite a sufficient amount of time remaining on the clock. The game is going to be 15-6. Semperx will get to map and match point. Unfortunately for GMD Gaming, yeah, they have the money for the buy, they get the bomb down, they got the 4-turn loss bonus and whatnot, but now they need to win 9 rounds in a row to take it to overtime, which, let's be honest, looks highly unlikely at the moment. Op out in the hands of Antidote. This time it's not a glass cannon for him. Fortunately, he doesn't have money for the armor. Kappa and Poker F. Levine, the Rock of Gibraltar. This Munnin is going to get the kill. What is Impale even doing here? To drop with it off? What is he doing here? Proud's ready and waiting. He finds out a player, but Munnin somehow he gets the kill. Somehow he gets the kill. Steals a gun and he falls back. Middle's gonna get found out in the meantime. Was pushing in towards mid, but not before he did a lot of damage towards Hellfighter. As the kills going the way of the T's. JMD Gaming, Deathmaker finds 1 kill. Again, he is so low. Hellfighter's on 13 HP. The 3v3, but health-wise, it does favor Semperx. It's Impale. He's gonna start doing some Mario impression here. Jump spotting. I'm gonna find someone. 30 seconds. The second he spots a player, he knows that player is gonna be towards A. The second he spots a player. Flashbang is a telltale. Oh, nade sails in. Hellfighter will somehow not be affected by it. But Impale, he knew where the flashbang came from, and he's gonna take the shot. No. There's gonna be 1 player left alive. As Antidote will find 1 kill. He needs to find 2 more in this 5 seconds. He's got to go for the plan. And Poker F knows this is going to be pushing in. And he's going to take him down. And that is going to be the round and the game going the way of Semperx. 16-6 will be the scoreline. And that's about it. Munnin even taking down his teammate just to get the defuse. That's a shame, Munnin. But that's about it. GG, well played. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Blair. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I certainly did. Semperx showing that they are definitely a force to be reckoned with on Cobblestone and basically just dismantling JMD pretty efficiently. Apart from a couple of showy rounds coming up from JMD, especially Antidote with the 1v3 and that AC God. But apart from that, pretty lackluster showing from JMD. Maybe they'll have a better day tomorrow. We'll find out. Do tune in tomorrow again, same time, same channel, same game. GG, well played. Adios.
Well, it's the first when you see a team like Semperx, who definitely do play Cobblestone, but they still end up defeating a team where the entire region plays Cobblestone. Yeah, I'm talking about the fact that Semperx has gone ahead and beaten with a scoreline of 16-6 Team JMD Gaming, and that's what we have for you guys in today's CSGO game. We have another game lined up, so right now we'll be taking a quick break. On the other side, more lined up.
falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the...
Hello everybody and welcome to the second day's web stream of the ESL Inter Premiership 2017 Winter Season 3rd session. The final session. After this, we head straight into the Winter Season finale happening during the Comic-Con in Delhi. It'll be winter time. We will definitely need some mufflers and scarves and mittens and a lot of Counter-Strike, Dota and Clash Royale action because that's something which will heat us up. But right now we have a Dota 2 game in the offing between Team Nefarious and Team Nirvana. Let's quickly take a look at both the teams here. Alright, starting with Nefarious, they're from Delhi. They finished second in the October phase Starter Cup, became eligible for the Challenger League, posted a respectable score in the November phase. Now they aim to extend their performance into the December phase. Now, Team Nirvana, known formerly as Cancer Gaming, entered the ESL India Premiership 2017 in the fall season, reigned supreme in the Challenger Cup, soon were placed in the Master League. In the October phase, the team finished 4th. However, their form dropped in the following phase and they finished 6th. They will try to register a better campaign this time around. Well, that's Nefarious versus Nirvana for you guys. Let's see if it's going to be all the way to Shanti when it comes to Nirvana, or whether it's going to be the brats from Nefarious.
We don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud.
this beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Are you going to dominate the game?
It's going to change towards Bustle. It's a double kill for Blizzard while Paddling is on the run. Signify on the cusp of gaining victory here. Trying to get the bomb down. Much has no idea. Somebody will find an ace. He's going to find a kill and get the second one as well.
हैदराबाद हमारा इलाके कोई भी नहीं आ सकता कोई जीत नहीं सकता
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. We are in the last online phase, and all that awaits us are the final lands here. My name is Vivek, with me is CloudX, and you're watching Nefarious on the Radiant facing off versus Team Nirvana on the Dire. How's it going, CloudX?
It's going good, man. It's been a while since we've got some ESL India action together, man. Nefarious on the Radiant, Nirvana on the Dire. I know a bit about Nirvana. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with Nefarious. There are some familiar names, Lips of an Angel being one of them.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure what their roots are, where they've come from. But Nirvana, we know that they're a team that's sort of the young guns of Indian Dota now. They've kind of been outperforming a lot of their opponents. We've seen them perform fairly well at a recent LAN tournament as well, if I'm not wrong, somewhere down south, where they faced off versus Aggressive 5 in the finals. Aggressive 5, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen a bit of VP here and there, and especially in pub games, and I've been pretty impressed with his play. Saurabh is known to be good in the mid lane. Kalnayak is one of the more stable off laners, and Rival is a name that's familiar as well. A thing that I'm noticing in Indian teams is that they more and more tend to ban out off lane heroes. Look at this, Batrider as well as Panda getting banned out in the first phase. I'm not sure why Batrider needs to be a first phase ban, but okay.
Yeah, I can get behind the Brewmaster ban as the first phase, but the Batrider I'm fairly certain could have been dealt with. Nirvana, though, we know that they like running heroes like the Spectre, the Medusa and such. Maybe we'll see some of that coming out here. With VP running the draft, I wouldn't be surprised if he chooses to pick up that roaming Slaughter either. Nefarious, though, they're going to ban out the Undying, so we're not going to see any Medusa Undying shenanigans coming out this game.
Yeah.
It's first pick in favor of Nefarious, by the way, so... and see what they choose to prioritize. Again, this Dirty Doom ban coming out. This is an Indian Dota staple. I don't know why the hell teams prioritize their Doom so high up the food chain in the drafting phase.
Yeah, I'm seeing a secondary cursor on my screen. I'm just going to quickly restart my Dota.
Meanwhile, Nefarious on that first pick, they're going to open up with the Kunkka pickup here. Not giving away too much. Kunkka is a hero that got a few subtle buffs. Well, not so subtle with the Ghost Fleet at level 25. But a roaming 4 position seems to be the way to go for them. I like this because it now prevents Nirvana from... or rather, it serves as a deterrent for Nirvana to pick up any hyper-mobile cores. Perhaps the Queen of Pain is something they were thinking of. It's no longer an option. Weaver is something that could be dealt with. But Nirvana, they'll go with the tried and tested Night Stalker as their opening pick. Maybe they
Nah,
supplement this with a Lich.
I think Disruptor. Okay, what? They're going to pick up their one position straight away, so they're prioritizing Rivals hero here.
Look,
Unless
yeah, you
unless
can
this
compete.
is a off-lane juggernaut.
We've seen Khalnayak do it in the past. I'm not a very big fan of it, but
I'm not
sometimes he
either.
can assert his dominance and take the hero that he chooses in the offlane. But Nefarious are going to go with the Tidehunter, a hero that is for the most part been overlooked, I'd say, in recent Indian Dota games. This is a hero that deserves a lot more love and attention, and Nefarious will give it to him here in the first phase. With the Kunkka coming out as their opening pick, the Tidehunter as their second, they've started off with a fairly tanky draft.
Yeah. I mean, there are no easy kills just yet or at the first night time for the Night Stalker. It's, I mean, you can try and bring down Kunkka with a little bit of help, but the Tidehunter is not going to die. And yeah, I mean, Nefarious, why not pick up the Tidehunter? Juggernaut is not known as one of those one positions who can deal with the Tidehunter by himself. And Nirvana possibly being punished here for just picking up the Juggernaut straight away.
Nefarious are going to go ahead and ban out the Venomancer while Nirvana gets rid of the Razor, and then they'll follow it up with a Medusa ban. What are we looking at as a pickup here? I mean, the Anti-Mage is in the pool, and Anti-Mage honestly is just absurd in this patch. Mostly because of the way Agility now works as a stat. One of Anti-Mage's largest drawbacks was that he had a hard time chasing down heroes. Because Agility on Agility cores now gives you bonus movement speed as well. That hole has been plugged, and I think it's kind of taken Anti-Mage into imbalanced tier for the most part. But there are ways to deal with them. I mean, getting reliable AoE lockdowns, heroes like Disruptor all work very well versus the Anti-Mage in the mid-game stage. But Nefarious is banned out that Disruptor, which means if they want to pick up an Anti-Mage, it could be a pretty smart move coming out on their part.
Do you think Nirvana maybe picks up something like a Silencer just to dissuade Nefarious from considering the Anti-Mage?
Is the Silencer really a deterrent though? Because Anti-Mage is a natural Manta Cell builder, so I don't think it'd be too bothered by that. But look at this, they're going to go with the Shadow Demon in addition to that Kunkka. So some decent synergy coming out, some quirky combos between the Shadow Demon and the Kunkka, disruption into the Torrent and such. It's also not too shabby versus the Juggernaut because you can hit him with a Demonic Purge while he's in Blade Fury. That'll slow him down and control his mobility. I like it. And I mean, if you throw an Anti-Mage into the mix, you're going to have some extra illusions as well on the battlefield.
Yep. Anti-Mage is definitely a possibility for Nefarious. I mean, you also got the Shadow Demon Luna, which is somewhat becoming a thing once more. Apparently, Ice Rock hasn't nerfed illusions enough. Team Nirvana, now they will be looking for Khalnayak's hero, I presume. What do you think about the Void? Just in case Nefarious does consider picking up the Anti-Mage, maybe AoE Lockdown is the way to deal with him?
I don't think the Void's the ideal choice here because of the lack of synergy with the Juggernaut and because there's a Shadow Demon on the other side who can serve as a layer of defense. But I do think the Legion Commander wouldn't be terrible. Alternatively, if they're looking for initiation, we could see them go for something like the Centaur on the offlane.
Okay.
Okay, there's the response to the illusions, and they've also got some setup of their own with that Astral Imprisonment. Tidehunter is not the ideal hero to be dealing with the Outworld Devourer because one of the ways to deal with the tanky Tidehunter is to throw a heavy int multiplier Sanity Eclipse on his head, and that works well. Nefarious, though, just going with the tried and tested Shadow Demon Luna picks, but I think Nirvana has what it takes to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, early on, they do have the answers to the Luna. They have reasonable wave clear. Like you mentioned, the OD with those arcane orbs should be able to deal with the illusions early on. I'm not sure of how this game would pan out if it goes extremely late. I want to say Nefarious just kind of scales better into the late game for now.
It's a double-edged sword, though, because with so many illusions on the battlefield and no LC ban coming out, I think Nirvana just picks up the Legion Commander here and proceeds to steamroll the mid-game while having something to work with in the late game.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Nefarious, they have a good 2.5 minutes, or rather 2 minutes 10 seconds on the reserve clock here. They actually
Invoker?
haven't dipped into their reserve time. Yeah, Invoker is not bad at all. I mean, if you're going all in with the Shadow Demon Luna push, you might as well get the Sunstrike for the early game and the Alacrity for the late game. Alternatively, if you want to look for something like a Storm for initiation, but he's going to get completely thwarted up versus that OD in the middle lane. You could go for something like the Sniper, but then you've got to worry about that Night Stalker rotating in from behind him every now and then.
Yeah. So what's in the pool? Sniper's in the pool, Queen of Pain is in the pool, Tinker's in the pool, Invoker is what I'm leaning towards.
Puck
At
is in
least.
there too.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, Puck looks like the choice for them. You have the control with the Luna pounding away, more AoE control with the Waning Rift, good synergy with the Tidehunter, and a hero that kind of holds his own versus the OD. I mean, I still think OD has the upper hand in that lane, but it's possible for a Puck to at least farm and level up in that lane.
Or do you want something like a mid Dragon Knight?
Oh, probably not versus the OD. I mean, OD is just going to walk all over him. It's magic damage with the Astral Imprisonment, so
Okay.
best not go that route.
Yeah,
Viper is banned, unfortunately, or that would have been a bad choice. Okay, they'll go with the Death Prophet. I mean, yeah, I can't really disagree with the Death Prophet pick. Problem is, with the rotation from the Night Stalker, with the OD and the Astral setup, they do have what it takes to kill her off.
10 seconds remaining.
What they've got working for them though is the Exorcism in synergy with the Shadow Demon Shadow Demon Luna illusions.
Yeah.
So their push is looking really strong.
I mean, so around the 4-minute mark as a mid laner, where should you be in terms of levels? Level 5? 4? Pretty much.
I mean, the norm is about a level a minute. So
right.
I'm not entirely sure if that's changed because of the way the scaling works from between level 8 and 10, but
no, you hit 1 to 2 quickly. From level 1 to 2, you progress really fast, but 2 to 3, the amount of EXP it takes has been increased. I remember this as one of the patch notes. But yeah, I mean, if that Prophet has a couple of points in Spirit Siphon, is she gonna have enough to survive that gang from the Night Stalker? That's what I'm wondering to myself. Infused Raindrop, Spirit Siphon. The first night
you
time.
can't get infused raindrops until the 5-minute mark. So
okay, until the 5-minute mark. Okay.
But what she can get is a Shadow Demon TPing in. You get a free TP to begin with, so I think that should be enough of a defense with him TPing and getting the disruption off. But they'll go with the Magnus as their final pick. Nirvana are going to go with the AoE control coming out, and the synergy with the Magnus and the Juggernaut cannot be ignored either. The problem is they've really put their eggs into the Magnus's basket.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's going to have a fantastic time on this top lane. Shadow Demon, Kunkka, and Luna, they're more than enough to kill him off in the lane, and I'm pretty certain the Kunkka and the SD can contest the bounty rune every 2 minutes as well, which begs the question, if the supports on the side of Nefarious play their cards right, what the hell does the Magnus do this game? Theoretically, Magnus shouldn't be able to do anything except for go ganking perhaps, or look for the bounty runes deep inside his own jungle, which means that he's going to have to take away the bounty rune from his own supports, maybe slowly farm the jungle close to his tier 2 at mid. But this is all in a perfect situation where the supports play flawless Dota on the side of Nefarious, which I highly doubt will be the case.
I mean, yeah, it is a hard lane for the Magnus. I'm really not sure what he's going to get out of his lane. And possibly if he does end up blocking one of the small camps, he could try and pull the wave or something like that. But yeah, I don't see a really good time.
The only solution I can think of here is to have VP stick around in the bottom lane with Khalnayak. Then you have a dual lane with 2 tanky heroes that are nigh unkillable. And if at all the Luna, SD, and Kunkka lane does slip up, they could punish.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think Nirvana has to let VP focus on the bottom lane for the first couple of minutes. Even if it means that he can't be super efficient at the 4-minute mark, he's going to be able to keep Khalnayak going through the early stages, post which when he has a point in that empower, he can possibly move to the jungle and survive on bounty runes, and maybe a creep camp every minute or two. Or one or two creep camps every minute.
But honestly, do you think Magnus is the ideal pick here? Are you taking the chance that you're going to get your blink dagger before the push comes, and you're hopefully going to land good RPs which can hold off these pushes?
No, I definitely think it shouldn't have been the Magnus, but I mean, it's not terrible, but ideally I'd have liked to see something like a Legion Commander coming out here, mostly because of the way, because they don't really have too many ways to deal with illusions at this point. They have the Shadow Shaman who's good with 1 Hex to take out 1 illusion, but they're kind of missing, they're missing a lot more, because the OD, while he does do bonus damage with the Arcane Orb, he doesn't really take them out in 1 hit. And the longer this game goes, the worse it's going to get to stand up on the high ground with his glaives bouncing around.
And Nirvana sort of have 2 things to worry about. It's the Luna who's going to be pushing in the later stages of the game once she has farm. And it's the Death Prophet who's going to try and look for objectives as soon as Exorcism is available. For now, Nefarious, they're going to do this early smoke. A lot of Indian teams seem to be doing it. They've sort of done better than the rest. They're in a reasonably good position. Is Rival going to slip up is the question. Okay, I think they see the Night Stalker. VP disrupted, the Torrent to follow. They timed it to perfection. The Anchor Smash is there, and the Dead Prophet is there with the Spirit Siphon. She gets the kill, she gets first blood.
Okay, just gonna put Nefarious on the scoreboard right from the get-go, and well, given that the Night Stalker died, he's not going to be happy about that. He now has to walk all the way back to the lane. He's going to be slightly behind the first wave of creeps, but more importantly, it is the Death Prophet that gets early items online, and it's going to be an early magic one for her, in addition to the salve that she wanted to ferry out anyway. This works out brilliantly for Nefarious.
Yeah, Luna even assisting with the block in the mid lane and TPing back to the safe lane. Opa needs to be careful. He's by himself. They've got the Torrent. There are a couple of Shadow Shaman illusions. Opa is just going to TP away. Can they break it out? Nah. 1 hit was all that would have made the difference.
He's got some balls though, TPing to the top lane instead of back to the fountain.
They are trying to bring down Blaze. They've got the Void. They need the Shackles. Opa hesitated for a second. Does come out with the Shackles. Rival with the Blade Fury. Blaze dropping low. 200 points of health. 50 points of health. With the Void. With the auto attack. They're going to get the kill.
Okay. Looks like Opa's decision to go top was the right one after all.
Yeah.
He's just getting up with all of his tangos, and he gets that assist goal coming out for himself. Totally worth his time. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Khalnayak is now being pincer trapped by Lips of an Angel. No Shadow Demon to assist him though.
Yeah,
really make a setup happen.
He TP'd to the top lane, hoping to keep his Tyrant alive. Didn't really have too much success with that.
I think one of the issues with roaming support Kunkka is that he packs quite a punch. He's got 57 damage, and then with the Luna Blessing on it, he gets another plus 14. Khalnayak can't really afford to trade hits with him. Blaze is going to be feeling a little more comfortable now though. He's got that point in the Kraken Shell, and that means that the Shackles should be dispellable if they try that Blade Fury combination on him once again.
Bottom lane, Khalnayak. Disruption, Torrent, the Lucent Beam is there. The Soul Catcher isn't, but it's still enough damage. Khalnayak tries to skewer the Kunkka back, but the Shadow Demon gets the kill.
Yeah, we talked about this. There's not too much he can do in this lane. They can just keep running at him and killing him. They don't have a ward in the lane though. That could be Khalnayak's opportunity to make something happen for himself, but he does have a Quelling Blade alongside him, so if he gets that point in the Empower, he should be able to go farming the jungle. But this is a nice way to recover. Pick up 2 bounty runes. A little lack play coming out from sorry, what the hell am I saying? A little bit of a lack in attention coming out from Nefarious. They should have paid attention to the clock and gotten themselves those 2 runes. Look at me. Abhi thinks it's a good idea to go trading with the double damage OD. Top lane, Blaze is getting body blocked by the Night Stalker. VP is going to slow him down and then continue body blocking him some more. He's actually body blocking him like a creep. Enough time and more for him to come in with Shackles on Opa. The Blade Fury is there, and Blaze's attempted TP gets thwarted. Good stuff, VP. Showing us some moves here.
Yeah. I mean, he pretty much ensured that the tide did move for a good 2 to 3 seconds, and if he hadn't done that, I don't think they would have got the kills. I don't think Opa would have been able to get the shackles off. 2-2 is the score. Both off-laners have died at least once.
I mean,
died only
I
once.
was half expecting Blaze to still survive that with an anchor smash and then walking away, but maybe the decision to just try and TP out cost him. Anyway, back at middle lane, how's the farm trade-off looking? Looks like it's fairly even. OD at 14 and 5, 13 and 14 and 4 on Abhi's Death Prophet. This looks like a phase boots first TP with a magic wand already picked up. Saurabh, he's maxing out the Astral Imprisonment, no arcane or shenanigans early on. But here's the rotation. Lips of an Angel is ready with 1 point and the X marks the spot. And we talked about how the Death Prophet might be susceptible to ganks. The same logic does apply for Saurabh on this OD as well. If he's tagged by an X and a Torrent, or if he's forced out into a preemptive Astral Imprisonment, that'll give Abhi enough time to walk up behind him and catch him with the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, it is the 4-minute mark, so immediately both the Shadow Demon and the Kunkka by default just hang around the mid lane. VP's here as well. Astral to get things started onto the Dead Prophet. VP could follow up with the Void. Abhi's got the Spirit Siphon, he will use it. Now VP's the one in trouble. The Spirit Siphon did manage to break off. VP tries to fly over the cliff, but he is controlled with the Torrent, with the X marks the spot. The question is, do they have the damage? They are trying to bring down this Night Stalker. Another Astral on the side onto the Dead Prophet, and Abhi has got to run. Anyway, reinforcements are here. Opa's there with the shackles. They should get the Shadow Demon. The Torrent is there, but Saurabh is going to run him down. Another Astral upon the Shadow Demon. And it seems as the Kunkka and the Dead Prophet had just let him go. He's buying time with the disruption. He is wasting a lot of time, but Saurabh gets the kill.
So Abhi was a little short on the Spirit Siphon charges there. He had just the one that went out on the Night Stalker, but then the Shadow Demon disruption basically broke it off. Abhi's gonna... Okay, I thought he was gonna walk into the Astral damage there. A little silly for a moment, but that fight goes in favor of Nirvana fairly convincingly, I have to say. They end up keeping the Night Stalker alive. They end up getting a kill on the Kunkka, or was it the Shadow Demon? It was the Shadow Demon. And the first night rotation seems to be successful for VP. In fact, now he's moving to the top lane where Blaze could be in a bit of trouble as well. They've got the shackles coming out, but the disruption cancels it immediately. Rival is spinning about, but the Torrent is there on Opa, and Opa is going to be bearing the brunt of this brute force from Blaze as he ends up dropping.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how well Nefarious are playing this. I don't know much about this team other than the fact that they moved up from the Challenger. And they seem to be trading blow for blow here in the early game versus Nirvana, who are relatively a more seasoned team. And they're going to go again on Blaze though. They've got the Void, Opa's coming in, 2 points in the shackles. So he's going to, well, try and do his best. The Kraken Shell buys him some time, but the zap is there from the Aethershock.
Yeah, meanwhile, Saurabh spots out this rotation from ST and Kunkka coming courtesy that dire observer work. So this kill is probably not going to take place. Saurabh can just stand on his cliff and be fairly reasonably secure that he's not going to die. But in fact, the rotation is coming out from VP as well. He doesn't get the Void off in time. He gets a secondary Void just to cancel that Clarity Potion. But it's a thwarted gank coming out from VP and the boys. All the while though, Luna's just been doing a thing on the bottom lane. So Nefarious have been making enough space for the Luna to get up and running. Khalnayak is not getting much at all. He's at a measly 12 CS versus 28 denies on this Luna. What the holy hell just happened here?
Yeah, I mean, despite the Tidehunter dying twice, Blaze is at level 5 while Khalnayak is at 4. And yeah, Rival, he's definitely got a couple of kills or participated in a couple of kills, but the Luna's still doing a lot better in terms of CS.
I'm a little unsure as to why Rival's creep wave is under the Radiant Tower. He should have been controlling the equilibrium.
Oh, Khalnayak, bottom lane. Perfectly done by the Kunkka and the Shadow Demon there.
Meanwhile, Blaze and VP playing ring around the rosy here. And Juggernaut can't really get this far behind that tier 1 tower. But they're prepping, they really want this kill. Nighttime's about to wear off though. Just a good 5 seconds or so to go before it wears off. VP still standing behind. As he looked at the clock, because Blaze is waiting in the trees, he goes in just as it turns today. He gets the Void slow off, but it's not enough. Blaze got under the tower now, and it looks like he might be going down. The Omni Slash is there. Lips of an Angel takes a couple of hits as well.
Yeah, this time they goofed up a little bit. The disruption onto the Juggernaut. The X marks the spot without mana onto VP. But VP, I mean, he's pretty much in no man's land and he's done for. Lips of an Angel will just punch him down with the sword.
Oh, he might die himself. Yep, he's gonna go down. The urn takes him down.
Okay, I missed that.
Okay, says VP. That actually is okay, because they end up getting the kill on the Tidehunter, the Kunkka, and all they really end up losing is a Night Stalker for it. But something's got to be done about this Luna on the bottom lane. She's almost got the Master of Madness finished up. In addition to Treads, a killer, and a wand.
I mean, it appears as if VP is finally woken up to that. He's rotated to the bottom lane with that urn, looking to get something done. But him and the Magnus, without RP, it's a hard kill.
Jog is farming really well himself, by the way. He's got 2 kills and 3 assists, which is kind of balancing out the net worth. But Luna's basically just free farming on the bottom lane. She's at level 8, and the Eclipse is ready as well if she wants to TP in and make something happen. Okay, now Rival's gonna overtake though. He's got stacks prepped and ready. Nirvana just being more efficient across the map.
Yeah, I mean, one of the disadvantages of Shadow Demon Kunkka is that, I mean, if there's
bottom. That was a complete freebie. Fake ATP just walked into him and used the Eclipse.
Kalnayak, this could be another death on him. He does have the skewer, the illusions have tagged him, and the X marks the spot is there. They pulled him back, Abhi's here as well, and with the Lucent Beam, they're gonna get the kill. They lose VP, they lose the Magnus, but Shadow Demon ends up going down to sort of the Exorcism committed. They're trying to give chase, the taunt will miss, but the Lucent Beam is there. It's a triple kill for the Luna, and with the Exorcism, they could push for an early tier 1.
Okay, that escalated very quickly.
I didn't expect that to happen. I don't know what happened there all of a sudden. The good news is that Saurabh didn't die.
But the bad news is Luna gets a triple kill, and if she wasn't already doing immensely well, she's now back on top of the network chart.
Yeah.
There's also this quirky little interaction that comes out with the Eclipse and the Night Stalker. So Eclipse turns it to night for 10 seconds, Night Stalker loves the night. So that kind of works against Nefarious in some sense. But I mean, it doesn't matter if you're going to Eclipse and kill the Night Stalker first. Fortification popped. Tier 1 is just going to survive a few more seconds while on the middle lane. OD is trying to split push himself. He has crossed level 6 now. He's at level 8 in fact. He does have that Ravage at the ready, so they could make some plays here of their own.
Yeah, the top tier 1 on the side of the Radiant under siege. Blaze, like you mentioned, does have the Ravage, but he doesn't have a tier 1. Both sides managed to take down the enemy off lane tier 1 tower. 8-7, 11 minutes in. It's been one of the closest early games I've ever seen. If anything, Saurabh has done more damage to the Radiant tier 1 tower. That's about it.
One of the problems with the Nefarious lineup is the lack of initiation though. You can't always rely on the Kunkka to walk in and start the fight with an X marks the spot.
Oh, they've got the disruption. Is there a torrent to follow? They whiffed on the timing at the worst possible time. Omni Slash, Blade Fury, Ether Shock, they zap down the Kunkka and an Astral onto the Tidehunter to secure his retreat. Abhi being chased, but fake a TP on the Luna, just running down Rival here, pops the Mask of Madness. They haven't got a point in the silence, but the Spirit Siphon is there, and with the Crit Storm, they'll bring down the Juggernaut. I think this is a small but significant victory for Nefarious here.
Yeah, you bet it is. It's they get the Juggernaut, they end up losing the tier 1, sure, but they've still got the Ravage to work with. Eclipse is still online, and Exorcism comes online in 13 seconds. Neat little play coming out from Saurabh there was to cancel the Tidehunter's Ravage animation with the Banish. He barely managed to catch him as the Ravage was about to blow, and that meant that Nirvana could walk away from the fight while cutting their losses, but it looked like Kalnayak just wasn't on the same... Rival just wasn't on the same page as them. He continued forward. But Nirvana just forcing the issue here and going for the tier 1 on the bottom lane. I'm really surprised that Nefarious isn't contesting this. I mean, Tide doesn't have a TP. That's probably the reason why they're not able to do this. But if anything, it should be Nefarious that's grouping up and taking buildings now.
Yeah, they've got the Exorcism. They're going to try and take down the mid tier 1. But yeah, so far as tower trades are concerned, Nirvana have got the slight upper hand. Now, all of this has been time for Kalnak to pick up his blink. He's got his blink dagger online. Question is, what's going to be more impactful in these team fights, the RPs or the Ravage coming out from Blaze?
Yeah, I think the Blink Dagger is the big turnaround item coming out here for the side of Nirvana. Kalnayak had a really terrible start in the game, and the fact that he still picked up a 13-minute Blink Dagger, mostly because of the tower goal coming out this game, is pretty huge. Anyway, middle lane, looks like they did sacrifice their tier 1 tower, but they won't be able to get much done after. I'd like to see a smoke being popped, but unfortunately a dire observer is now watching the Kunkka Shadow Demon and the Death Prophet in the jungle. On the other side though, they're not going to hesitate. Nirvana's going to smoke and just start beelining straight towards Faker TP. He can pop that Eclipse if he wants to, but it's a level 1 Eclipse, and when there's 4 heroes surrounding him, I don't think it really matters. Oh, he's dead. This is pretty huge. I mean, if they can get this kill... Okay, never mind. Faker TP goes left, Fake to the left, moves to the right, but VP's just giving chase here. He's not going anywhere. I mean, it's surprising that no one is TPing in. Kalnayak just no hesitation. Drops the RP. With the Luna dead for 30 seconds, Juggernaut continues to farm on the other side of the map. However, will continue to pull forward.
Somewhat unnecessary, but okay, they get the kill.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's fine. They still have ways to defend and split push, even if Nefarious decides to group up and push. I mean, the death on the Luna notwithstanding, they should still group up and take that tier 1 on the top lane, while keeping TPs to contest bottom.
On the side honestly, of... Yeah.
If Nefarious wants to retaliate to a push on the bottom lane, they literally just have to TP in the face of those heroes with a Tidehunter. There's no way he gets stun locked and killed. With the Kraken Shell, he will dispel the stuns coming out from the Shadow Shaman or the silence coming out from the Night Stalker. And he's going to pop that Ravage. If nothing else, he's going to force out so many spells upon himself, which will give the Luna time to creep in from behind. It'll give Lips of an Angel time to set up. They're not using their lineup to its fullest potential. They should be fighting often. They should be forcing fights and playing, for lack of a better word, a little more ballsy. Especially Blaze.
Yeah, 15 minutes in, the Tidehunter hasn't had too much kill participation.
Worst smoke ever, by the way.
Yep.
That Prophet was practically right-clicking creeps in the middle lane and they smoked her. And this is while Odi was staring at her in the lane. If Nirvana gets caught by this smoke, I mean, they should feel really silly about this.
I think they're about to get caught. Blaze is walking in. He's got the Ravage. He's not as generous as Kalnayak is with the RP. Demonic Purge on the back on arrival, controlling the Juggernaut. Now there's the Blade Fury, but Lips of an Angel on the Kunkka can run him down. Heck, they press the R button, the V button. They get the kill, but Abhi, meanwhile, is running down VP. Spirit Siphon on cooldown, comes back up. They are going to run down VP. VP even popping the Darkness, turns around, pops the Void. Does manage to escape, but Faker TP is actually going to TP out. And do they have what it takes to bring her down with the Astral? Going to get the kill for sure. So that's another death on the Luna. Not sure what she was doing all by herself.
Meanwhile, Opa just busy taking a tier 1 and tier 2 at bottom. But top, another banish comes out. Saurabh wants a kill.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Sanity's Eclipse. He did commit it earlier. The boat comes sailing through. Saurabh being controlled. X marks the spot as well as the Spirit Siphon. And he does manage to pop the drums. Drops the Astral upon himself. Exorcism comes out from Abhi. They're going to get this kill. What it's going to cost them is a whole different issue. They managed to bring down the Shadow Demon. And VP elsewhere deals with the Kunkka.
Look at Opa, man. He just went, took down the bottom tier 2 tower, comes mid, starts right-clicking the tier 2 at mid, and walks away while planting a ward. He's like, you guys are retards. Y'all shouldn't be taking that fight. You should be with me instead, doing what I'm doing. But since y'all aren't there, I'm going to do it anyway.
So
he's the only one that's got his head on his shoulders.
Yeah. Did he commit the mass open wards for the tier 2 bottom? Yeah.
He did.
Okay. So they got the OD, but they lost 3 heroes in exchange. The Luna, the Kunkka, and the Shadow Demon. It did get a spree, but they lost the tier 2. And yeah, Nefarious, they're starting to slip up in this mid game.
Blaze, he's aiming for the Blink Dagger next. I'm not sure if he should be going... Yeah, actually, you got to go for the Blink Dagger. We talked about the lack of initiation on the side of Nefarious. So yeah, the Blink seems like the better choice, and then you can go back for the creeps later. How's the Luna's progress looking? Manta style it is. More illusions on the battlefield, but it only really matters if Nefarious decides to go push. They're doing none of that right now.
Oh, VP. X marks the spot. This should be his death. It is in nighttime, and even if it was, there's nothing he could do. They commit the demonic purge, the boat, the whole shebang, but they get the kill.
Casual gibberish in all chat.
I mean, VP's... I don't know what the plan was. He was trying to steal the enemy bounty rune. But yeah, all of this is space for Nirvana's primary source of split push and push. The Shadow Shaman. You know, he could actually... He has Mass Serpent Wards now. He could commit them for the tier 3 while the Juggernaut and the OD apply pressure in the mid lane.
I actually think he should have done that. But
yeah,
he
should.
For the middle tier 2.
Okay, he's committed the Mass Serpent Wards at mid. Now, Ravage is available, but Kalnak is in the vicinity with the RP. And this fight's going to determine a whole lot. Nirvana do have a slight advantage courtesy that deep observer one.
That was actually pretty silly coming out from Opa. He ended up feeding a good, what, 30 times... How many wards are? That's like...
12? Wait, my math is worse than yours. 10.
Wards, 10 serpent wards. So about 300 gold, 350 gold. He sent that over towards the radiant side. That was pretty silly. And all for what? To do a little bit of chip damage on the tier 2. At least you could have thrown them on the tier 3 and started making progress on the high ground.
Yeah, if you dropped it at the tier 3, I mean, Nefarious come to defend the tier 3 and then you maybe take the tier 2 with mid.
Yeah, that should have been the choice, but yeah. Anyway, Opa's gonna probably want to rethink that decision later on when he watches the replay. Not too much of a loss though. Nirvana is still slightly in the lead, 3,000 net worth in their favor.
Yeah. It's a very slippery slope though. I mean, if Nirvana for some... I mean, if they do end up losing a fight and either the Luna or the Dead Prophet are alive, they could very easily lose structures as fast as they've been taking them.
You bet they could, and that fight could come in the form of a good Blink Ravage from Blaze. He's making progress towards the Blink Dagger, and he's got a Kuka in the vicinity to block off any ganks as well. This is good stuff from Nefarious. I mean, they're protecting the heroes that require the most amount of farm. It's very evident that there's some level of communication between them where Blaze says, look, I need my Blink Dagger, I'm almost there, can you help me farm it? Lips of an Angel says, alright, I'll stick around while you farm, and if there's a gank, I'm happy to die for you.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from them.
They should consider making something happen after the dagger though, because they're hitting a major power spike. Manta's also complete on the Luna, Blink will be complete on the Tidehunter. You kind of have the upper hand in the next fight. You have to take a risk and make something happen in the next couple of minutes. But VP is going to make that job a bit harder for them as well. Never mind, he actually gets caught for trying to D-ward out there by himself, but a good silence comes out from him. That will stop him from getting that torrent off, and it doesn't matter because VP gets tagged by the demonic purge and dies anyway. Abhi gets the kill and plays almost as his dagger.
Yeah, I mean, the last time VP died, it was trying to steal the enemy bounty rune. This time it's getting a D-ward all by himself. Can't say worth because Nefarious are going to apply some early pressure to this tier 2.
Okay,
Exorcism bobbed. So, I mean, if by any strange chance Nirvana do end up losing a fight at this tier 2, it could only mean more bad news for them.
The absence of the tier 2 on the bottom lane is
hurting them.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for Opa, right? Because he's got momentum going on the bottom side, but it means he's not going to get a trade. Abhi's TP actually gets cancelled.
Yeah, good void coming out from VP there. But yeah, you got both the Tide as well as the Luna who come back to defend. The Mass Serpent was committed. Yeah, he's just going to farm it up. Mid lane though, VP along with Kalnak, they're trying to get some work done, but they eat a Ravage, a boat to follow. Lips of an Angel scores a kill while Blaze scores the other. VP and Kalnak, I mean, they were really pushing their luck there. They committed the RP, and without the OD or the Juggernaut in the vicinity, it's a really hard team fight for them to take, and they get punished.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about how the Juggernaut is the situational core. His situation here is to be able to push alongside the Shadow Shaman, but when a Luna just comes in your face, drops a Mantis out, cleans up your wards in a matter of seconds, and ends up surviving while staring you down. That's not a good sign at all. Nirvana are slowly eroding their net worth lead, and this is when it only starts going downhill. I think Nefarious did a good job getting a tier 2, defending their tier 3, and popping the Ravage to get 2 kills. That's as good as it was going to get for them with the Blink Tag and Reveal on Blaze. And now they're going to go for Roshan. They do have the Eclipse, but no Exit System, no Ravage. This could be a mistake. Omni Slash will hurt them in the pit. They have the Standard Eclipse to work with as well. Nirvana should contest.
Saurabh senses that something's wrong. Now he's got an invis rune. He's hanging around the pit. It is night time. Nefarious playing with a lack of vision. Blade Fury by Rival. He pops the drums, but the Eclipse is there. Saurabh needs to be careful. Quick force staff to survive. Rival takes a couple of beams, but he's still alive. And the Omni Slash will rip apart the Shadow Demon, rip apart the Luna, and Abhi on the run. The Solar Crest upon him. The pure damage from the Arcane Orbs. Abhi turns to pop a silence. Uses the Yules offensively, or rather defensively, but gets skewered back by Kalnak and brought down by Saurabh. Nirvana, clean house, and do not lose a single hero in the process. Heck, they're gonna get Aegis.
I want to say that was good decision making from Nirvana, but it was mostly poor decision making coming out from Nefarious to go into the Rosh pit when everyone on the side of Nirvana was alive and when they didn't have a Ravage or an Exorcism to work with. I mean, what were they expecting? It was night time to boot. Nightstalker basically walks next to them in the pit, uses the Hunter in the Night to fly over, and starts to fight on his turns. They didn't even have the RP for that one, so now they've got an RP and a Sanity's Eclipse, along with Serpent Wards. They're threatening high ground.
No Luna for 3 seconds. VP just running into the enemy base. Might get punished here. The RP does come out from Kalnak. He's skewered to them back. The OD starting to deal a certain amount of damage, manages to bring down the Kunkka while VP ends up falling. Rival, he's focusing the tier 3 tower. There is a disruption, but it seems as if it's not enough. The RP comes in from Blaze. It manages to catch 3 of them. Rival loses Aegis. Saurabh all by himself in the enemy base. Does have the Hurricane Pike to get away. And Abhi is there with the Shiva's Guard. Rival trying to make a run for it. No Demonic Purge on the Shadow Demon to control the Juggernaut. Blaze giving chase. He's got a Gush coming off cooldown in a bit. Saurabh with the Astral, with the Sanities, brings down the Tide Hunter, banishes the Dead Prophet. And Rival, he's looking to go back in, but he doesn't have the Omni Slash. Gonna run. Okay, wait.
Like
Rival is actually going back all by himself. Not sure what he's thinking. Yeah.
The Exit System has worn off now, so.
Opa and Kalnayak, they're doing their own thing here. The shackles are there onto the Luna, but where's the follow-up damage? Immediate silence onto the Shaman, a Demonic Purge as well. They're kiting them for a bit here. Rival does have the Omni Slash. Kalnayak looks for the skewer, doesn't get it.
Rival. Even got a healing ward on the floor. They can just go back and fight this. That's 44 stolen intelligence and a double damage rune on Saurabh, so they're not afraid to fight. They know there's no Ravage, there's no Exorcism. They'll get the range barracks and the melee next. Factor region kicks in, but it's a lot weaker than it was a patch ago. Casual go ship. Nothing here. Yeah, I think they should go. I mean, Opa's almost got the Serpent Wards cooled down also. He's almost picked up an Aghanim Scepter, by the way. Maybe you just wait.
Yeah.
Come back with the Aghanim's upgraded Serpent Wards and finish what you started. Nirvana are just playing good Dota now. I mean, they know when to fight, when not to fight. They're going back and forth in these battles. When the Exorcism was building down, they decided to turn back around. Nefarious, without a Ravage, that Tide Hunter is nothing but a piece of, well, basically an overrated watermelon over there on the battlefield. He's doing nothing at the moment. And I mean,
yeah,
he's got to be spooked after the way that Sanity's Eclipse just demolished him in the last fight.
Isn't doing.
There's a Moonshot queued up next.
Once again, another invis rune for Saurabh. This went horribly wrong for Nefarious the last time around near the Rosh pit, and Saurabh, he's just giving a lot of information for VP to come in. VP's popped the darkness. Ideally, Nirvana would like to fight before the Ravage comes online.
Saurabh is just happy to steal some intelligence from the high ground. Very cheeky stuff from him. He had the choice to use the Sanity, the Astral Imprisonment, but a couple of hits does better. Sanities is back in 9 seconds. Opa has the Axe upgrade with Serpent Walls. Oh, well, Magnus has the RP. Pretty much everyone has the else online now. This fight. It's almost nighttime as well in 45 seconds. It's a timing window that Nirvana should use to exploit.
Nefarious though. They're looking to fight themselves. They've smoked up now. Got the Ravage as well as the Blink Dagger on the Tide Hunter. What are we looking at here? Couple of illusions to go in. VP pops the Void Blaze, blinks in, gets the Ravage, clips onto 3. VP being focused with the Eclipse will go down. The Omni Slash split by 3. Lips of an Angel dropping low. Rival giving chase. The Glimmer Cape should mean that Kunkka survives. While elsewhere, the Shadow Shaman ends up falling. Abhi with the Spirit Siphon doing some real work here on the Juggernaut. Takes down the healing ward. While Lips of an Angel will manage to bring down the Juggernaut. Khalnaik all by himself does have the Force Staff to get away, but he is being controlled by the Silencer. Yule Scepter from the Dead Prophet. Khalnaik with the Skewer pulls back Abhi, but the Astral is there. That only means that this is an opportunity for Blaze and Abhi to chase. They won the kill on the OD, and with the Silence, with the Lucent Beam, they've got the control, they've got the damage, they get the kill as well. It's a team wipe going in favor of Nefarious. They lost nothing. And the Shadow Demon and the Luna are still alive.
Color me impressed. That was not bad at all. Shadow Demon starting with the illusions on the cliff, or rather close to the cliff, sending them in while the Tide Hunter jumps in with the 3-man Ravage. They use the Ravage to come in with the Eclipse. Night Stalker deleted. Omni Slash pretty much negated by a Ghost Ship. Everything goes right for Nefarious in that fight. Unfortunately, they don't have the Exorcism to take down the buildings now, but they do have the firepower with the Luna. The problem is the creep wave was all the way back at their own base, beating up on their own melee barracks. So maybe they're not going to be able to get anything off this. If they can get a kill on VP though.
I mean, is that really what you want to be looking for? You want to be looking for some structural damage. They win a team fight. Unfortunately, Nefarious don't get too much done with it.
That's a team fight won after having a 10k gold deficit, right? But still, it's got to send massive warning bells ringing all across the Nirvana camp. Luna's gonna come in with new items. It's a 10-second BKB on her now.
Why does Rival have a Divine Rapier in his auto buy or his quick buy?
I don't know, man. I mean, this is just him showing off, I think. You know it's a bad idea to get a Divine Rapier this game. He's gonna need either an MKB or a Butterfly. A Butterfly would be better because Luna doesn't seem to have the Butterfly queued up herself. Seems like a bit of a mistake to me.
I don't think he's gonna do it. It's almost as if he heard us and now he claims he's building a pipe of insight.
If I'm not wrong, we have seen Rival build a Rapier once upon a time there. On the link.
No, you're confusing Rival with Buriza's one position. Akshay.
Oh, right. Yep. That was Buriza's one position. Ramses.
Anyway, another smoke coming out from Nefarious. Now they are moving towards Rival and Opa. Opa's got the Axe Scepter. He'd like to get it off. Rival needs to be careful. Silence, Ravage, Eclipse. They try to eliminate the Juggernaut. He pops the Mantis Style, but the Torrent didn't control him. Kunkka got the kill. The boat was committed, but they are searching for Opa. Opa doesn't have anything that can really help him get away. The Crypt Swarm is going to miss. They'll jump on top of him. They'll commit the Demonic Purge. And Blaze just clubs him down.
Nefarious are clawing their way back into this game, slowly but surely, man.
Yeah, I mean,
2 kills, 1 on the Jug, 1 on the Shadow Shaman. You're okay with committing an Eclipse and a Ravage for that?
Yeah, I think as long they got the Juggernaut, they kind of put an end to Opa, just applying pressure to a lane. It's a small but important win for Nefarious.
They need to use this time to push out the waves, though, especially the middle lane.
And another thing which I think is going to have a small but significant impact in the next team fight is Luna's BKB.
Yeah, she's at it. She picked it up after the team wipe, so that's a 10-second BKB that's still to be unveiled. She's got the Skadi queued up. Well, we've also got a full Greaves finished up on Blaze, so that's additional healing and sustenance coming out. But yet to see Khalnaik turn this into a favorable fight with one of those game-changing RPs. Theoretically, with a big RP and the Jug and the OD beating up with the Cleave on the Jug and the Sanity Eclipse on the OD, they should have a good fight going. But VP, he could be in trouble here. He's flying atop the trees here. Now he's back on the ground. He's trying to get the hell away from here. He does have a TP scroll available, but the army is converging and the Shiver's Guard will reveal him. He's been tagged with the Shiver, slowed with the Spirit Siphon, and chased with Blaze, running right at him. VP is down for 56 seconds. Split pushing comes at a price.
Kalang. Controlled by the X marks the spot. They aren't going to commit though for this one. It seems as if Nefarious have made the intention somewhat clear. They're waiting for the next Roshan, who going to respawn in 46 seconds. One of the small but significant factors that came into play at that Rosh fight was that they didn't have a sentry for the OD. Plus, it was night time. The worst possible time you could look to fight in the Rosh pit if you are playing against a Night Stalker. But yeah.
Rival, he sees Abhi. Opa chose to go for that Ags instead of a Blink, but it doesn't matter, they will go in anyway. They will get the Omni Slash off. Blaze comes in with the Greaves, the Sanity Eclipse is there, but the Yules is there too. Abhi will stay alive a little longer, does manage to heal up, he's still making a run for it, but the RP is there. The Ravage is returned, the Eclipse is on top of it, and it looks like the turnaround is there as well with Abhi popping the Eclipse. They end up getting the kill on Khalnaik, and now they'll chase forward. Night Stalker lifts himself up into the air and tries to run, but the silence is there. The Blade Fury comes out as well. The 4-staff onto the low ground from the OD keeps him alive a little longer. The disruption is there, but Rival, he's being controlled, he's being brought down. He hasn't died just yet. They're fighting in the middle of the exorcism, and that's a terrible idea. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Lips of an Angel, he's chasing Opa. Opa with the ring around the rosy still gets tagged and gets brought down. Fake the TP on a killing spree. And as the dust settles, it's going to be a third kill with Saurabh trying to run. Never mind, he's out.
So yeah, Khalnaik landed a 3-man RP and bought the fight to the OD. But unfortunately, two things already happened by then. The Juggernaut had committed the Omni Slash, was low, had to run. And yeah, Luna just turns, pops an Eclipse, gets a kill on the Khalnaik. For a second, it looked as if they didn't have vision to get the kill on the Magnus, but there was True Sight. Not sure who had it. But either way, it's a huge fight for Nefarious. They force out the RP. They kill the Juggernaut, and they're going to move into the Rosh pit.
Yep, that's going to be Luna inching closer towards the Skari as well. They expended pretty much everything in that fight, so they are on cooldown for the next few. But hey, they've got the Aegis to keep them going. They picked up the cheese on the Death Prophet as well. Death Prophet is basically unkillable at this point.
Yeah, they committed the Omni Slash, but in the last fight, Blaze with that Greaves, just ensuring that Abhi gets enough time to pop the Yules on himself.
Those Greaves actually came at like the edge of the range, man.
Yeah.
He walked in, used the Greaves from behind the tree, and kept his Death Prophet alive. Very cool stuff coming out from him.
Khalnaik. Oh, this is horrible. They're right on top of him. The disruption is there. They do have detection. It comes out a second too late, but the X marks the spot is there. The boat to follow. The demonic purge as well. They'll get Khalnaik, but he somehow survives. Not long enough though. Now, the only thing that's keeping Nirvana's base alive is the fact that both Rival and VP are pushing out the side lanes. It's the only thing deterring Nefarious from going for the kill. Not sure how long they can keep this up.
So they have an illusion of the Magnus until he respawns, but it's just chilling in the river. Okay, looks like
yeah,
Shadow Demon's woken up. It's interesting what Nirvana are doing though. Even though they're getting picked off, their heroes are dying for the greater good because they're pushing the other side. But Rival, it's going to be a different story with him because if they catch him here,
Blaze has the Ravage, but they're going to move towards VP.
He's going to try and run, but the X has tagged him. He's going to go down here.
So all these deaths, there's somewhat buying time. This, they goofed up. Blaze goofed up big time. Ravage on a Juggernaut who committed the Blade Fury. They're going to get the kill. Rival's going to throw out an Omni Slash. What? Rival blinked away. He's just blinked
Look at what Opa's doing though. Space created. He's done some damage on the tier 3. In fact, he's gonna get the tier 3 here. Tide can't stop this. And now the shrines are exposed. Actually, shrines were exposed. Heck, shrines are broken already.
Yep. I mean, Nirvana are doing their best to ensure that the
What are you doing, Rival? Honestly, what are you doing? I mean, Faker TP could just turn around and smack him in the face for that. He's gonna be able to get away for now. Spirit Vessel, no charges for Lips of an Angel.
Mid lane, Khalnaik has just gone in and he started taking barracks.
I'm loving this from Nirvana. The rat is real. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Nefarious and saying, deal with this, guys. You may have won the team fights, but we're the more experienced team. We're gonna show you how to play late game Dota without having the upper hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes balls to blink in like that with the Magnus and just right-click barracks.
I guess he was somewhat confident and okay doing that because he saw the Kunkka in the top lane, and usually it's the Kunkka or the Shadow Demon holding on to detection.
Nefarious has won like 3 back-to-back team fights, right? And they've got a whole bunch of ganks over and above it as well. But even then, just look at their positioning on the map. They haven't been able to walk out of their own side of the river. They're barely getting past their own tier 3 towers. Heck.
Getting?
And it's...
Oh, look at this top lane. They've gone in, Void Crippling Fear, but this could be VP's death. They've got the Demonic Purge, the Gush as well, the Healing Ward is there, a Force Staff comes out in the midst of all of that, but they're going to run VP down. He jukes into the trees. The Torrent will miss, the Shadow Poison giving them vision. But you know who's really coming out on top here?
Opa,
look
man.
At the Shadow
He's just
Shaman.
pushing bottom.
And look at Kalak. Kalak's pushing out the mid lane. I think VP is absolutely okay dying every time. Rival nearly gets the Abyssal Blade there onto the Tidehunter.
Okay, I don't think VP should be dying.
Oh, they've committed the boat on Opa. Opa's finally going to die. Rival is going to push out the top lane. They need something with this Juggernaut.
I mean, they're the only real stun in this game is the
It's Ravage, yeah.
What can you build though to deal with it? Maybe an Atos, but that means that the Tide is the one that's gonna have to get the Atos himself.
Saurabh, mid lane, Gush. The Astral was used. Heck, they just press buttons here. They throw everything on the OD. They get the kill. Nefarious and sick and tired of having to deal with all the split push, and they're just going to march down mid. But look at this, Kalak's at the bottom lane.
Rival's pushing mid as well. He's just running straight past creeps. And
now Nefarious,
the bottom, he can go for the building. No, they could pick up creeps. Is this throne?
I think they're looking for the throne, yeah.
But there's buybacks. Both Shadow Shaman and OD have buybacks. They're going throne.
And they don't have Ravage. This is horrendous. OD buys back. The RP is available. The throne is falling fast. The Luna is doing a lot of work. No split push coming out just yet. Rival is still going to TP back. I do hear the RP. It manages to clip onto a bunch. You got the Omni Slash as well. Abhi is still standing his ground. The Sandy's Eclipse pop. There's the Eclipse. They bring down VP. And the Luna just focusing the barracks with her BKB. Will do some serious work. Rival manning up. He's doing a lot of work with the Cleaver. They've got in the... What matters the most? They've got in the throne. Nefarious.
What the hell just happened, man? They just right-clicked the building and broke it. That's how you play Dota. Doesn't matter how many heroes you kill. Doesn't matter how much you split push. At the end of the day, all you've got to do is man up, right-click one big building on the other side of the base, and you win the game. Nefarious showing how it's done and how to break through the 4K MMR bracket.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was really frustrating for them at some point. They were getting all the kills, but they were still losing structures. And finally, Nefarious, for lack of a better word, just decided to nut up and go for the throne. Beautiful stuff coming out for them, but that's it as far as today's Dota 2 broadcast is concerned. You're watching the ESL India Premiership. My name is Vivek. With me is CloudX. You can find me at facebook.com/VivekCasting. And he's at facebook.com/TheRealCloudX. Anyway, that's it for today. Goodbye and see you soon.
Bye.